Michael, how big a win was that?
Oh, it's a great win, John. It's a fantastic win. I think the result was really good after the Exeter game, where I thought we were really good and deserved the win. It's really important to follow another home game with a win, and that's the most important thing. But I thought the performance was top as well. So when you look at our performances across the season, we've had some really good performances, and today was probably one of the most solid performances from us, where the league leaders come to town and you don't really give them a sniff of, I think, one chance. But we had to be really professional and diligent. So I think the performance was top and a great win.
You had to work hard to get the one goal that settled it in the end. Did you fear at all it might be another Exeter?
No, we thought the game would pan out more like this. We thought it'd be tight. We said it'd probably be one goal that wins it, maybe a set piece or a scrappy goal. We just think that they're a really solid team. They're really well coached. They're hard to play against. You can see why they're top, because they wait for their big moment and they score their big moments usually. But so we had to be really mindful of that. Not overcommit at times because of how it can leave big spaces for them. And I thought the tactical plan worked really well, and I thought the lads implemented it sensationally. So we even thought at half time, we just need to keep doing what we're doing, but make sure we're solid. And in the end, we get the goal that wins it.
We'll talk about the decisive moment in a moment, but how about Bradley and Hamer today, the work that they did at the back?
I thought both of them. I thought Sonny was sensational. I thought Tom coming in, he was brilliant, and it was a really competitive game with their forwards, and even at the end where they're bringing more forwards on, and it was going to be a physical game for us. But I thought both of them were absolutely solid as rocks and really good with the ball as well. They were playing, we were playing and moving the ball at the back. George Wickens, that we keep trying to build and get in, and they're a hard team to play against, and they're solid and their press is good. But I thought we were good with the ball as well today, which is great.
So the goal came midway through the second half, and it came at a period where you had about 3 appeals for a penalty, all turned down.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the ball's in the net and it's Rob Street again.
Yeah, I think there's probably one that's a penalty, maybe the other two, not sure. But I think we were just starting to get on top of them a little bit. We talked about getting in behind them quite a lot. How do we get in behind their back four, who they're great with the game in front of them, but if we could turn their back four with Rob Street and runners off the back of them, and we started to do that really well, and then the pressure just came, and I thought we should have had a penalty, but it didn't come, and then in the end we said it'd be a scrappy goal, and it was, but it's a good finish in the end. Well,
we're about a quarter of the way through the season now. Is it a good time to assess how far you've come and where you do stand in this league?
Yeah, I think there's enough games to see the things that we need to improve on, the things that we're good at. We've played quite a few different opposition now, still some big teams for us to play. And everyone's sort of finding their feet. I look at Bolton the other day, they're a very good team. We've played them, I expect them to be right up there. And this team today is good. You can understand why they get wins on the board, and we've just got to keep focusing on ourselves. We obviously now go into a really tough period of 5 away games, so it's how many points we can now pick up on the road before we bring teams back to Sincilbank, where I think we've been sensational at home. And like I say, even the Exeter one was a good performance, but it happens in football. But yeah, we're just really excited now to go again in a really tough game away at Leyton Orient.
Are you almost disappointed you haven't got a midweek game, or are you happy to wait until Orient next Saturday?
I never, those things are, for me, John, they're things that talk about, and people can get obsessed with. I don't believe in the curse. I don't believe in having superstitions. My only superstition is not to have one. But if you have a Tuesday game, we're prepared. If we have a Saturday game, we're prepared. We know what we're doing, if you like, in terms of how we want to be and how we want to process things. So for me, I thought actually the break would suit us better than Stevenage, because some teams, so I actually thought when we had the break it'd suit us more. I think I don't know, you never know, do you? So, but in the end, that stuff doesn't really bother me, John.
But the one thing that does seem to be consistent to me is the mood amongst the players, the mood in the dressing room. Oh,
they're a great group to work with. They're a sensational group of young men to work with every day. Training on Friday was unbelievable, one of the highest levels of small-sided and competitiveness I've ever seen, because they want to win, they want to get in the team, the squad is solid, and they also know that we'll change things tactically, so they have to be ready. And I just think to a man, everybody's playing their part, whether it's 10 minutes, whether it's 5 minutes, whether it's 90 minutes, they have to play their part. And what they're doing really well is they've got a really good cohesiveness about them. There's some really great leaders in there at the moment, but even the young lads as well are really, really at it, which is great.
That's very interesting. That's something that the fans never get to hear, is it? How things are in training. I mean, you assess players' form in training, and the mood generally.
Yeah, of course, it's the job. It's really important that, it sounds crazy, but the show is the game, but how they work in the week is the most important thing for me, because that's where your homework's done and your learning's done, and you know how you improve, and they have to be on it, and they get selected through training really hard. And credit to the group so far, the training standard has been fantastic, and even the ones that are not in the team are pushing the others. So you've got a group that are getting 90 minutes, you've got another group coming off the bench, and you've got another group that train hard to push. And when everybody's pushing everybody else, you know you've got a really good, healthy, competitive environment. And you know, the leaders, the older lads of that group, Colo and Sonny and Conor McGrandles and Jacko, they drive that as well, and credit to that, and the coaching staff and everybody else around the EPC. So it's exciting, and they're an exciting group to work with.
You certainly got it spot on today, well done.
Thank you.